Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone to the Saturday Bhagavad Gita class. We are on chapter 2, which is contents of Gita summarized. Let's start from Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasharakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Abhishtam Thapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagada Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Advaitam Savadutam Dhyana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagada Lalita Shri Vishakhavitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika
Gopishya
Kanta
Kanta
Radha
Radha
Kanta
Kanta Namostute
Namoste
Tapta
Tapta Kanchana
Kanchana
Gaurangi
Gaurangi
Radhe
Radhe
Vrindavaneshwari
Vrindavaneshwari
Vrishabhanu
Vrishabhanu
Sute
Sute
Devi
Devi
Pranamami
Pranamami
Hari
Hari
Priye
Priye
Vancha
Vancha
Kalpatarubhyascha
Kalpatarubhyascha
Kripa
Kripa
Sindhubhya
Sindhu
eva cha
Bhayavacha
Patitanam
Patitanam
Pavanebhyo
Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Namo
Namo
Namaha
Namah
Nama Om Vishnupadaya
Vishnupadaya
Krishna
Krishna
Prasthaya
Prasthaya
Bhutale
Bhutale
Srimate
Srimate
Bhaktivedanta Swamini
Swami
Iti
Iti
Namine
Namine
Namaste
Namaste Saraswate
Saraswati
Devi
Gauravani
Gauravani
Pracharine
Pracharine
Nirvishesha
Nirvishesha
Shunyavadi
Shunyavadi
Paschatya
Paschata
Deshatarine
Deshatarine
Jaya
Jai
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Prabhu
Prabhu
Nityananda
Nityananda
Shri
Shri
Advaita
Advaita
Gadadhara
Gadadhara Shri
Srivasadi
Vasadi
Gaura
Gaura
Bhakta
Bhakta
Vinda
Vrinda Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Rama Hare
Rama Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Rama Hare
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Hare 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 Krishna. We are on chapter 2, on the last section of chapter 2, which where Arjuna asks the question to Krishna that how a devotee who is Sthitaprajna, how does he talk, how does he stands, does he walk, how does he talk, what is his conduct in the society. So all these questions he's asking, and Krishna is answering them one by one. So verse by verse, now Krishna is answering the questions. Yeah. So we did 55, but let's do a quick repeat of 55. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. I want you to repeat. Nirja, Sumindra, everyone should be able to repeat what
Sure,
I'm
Prabhuji.
saying.
Sure.
Unmute yourself. Unmute. Nija Mataji, you are still muted. Madhuri Mataji, please unmute yourself. Yeah. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Prajahati Yada Kamans
Prajahati Yada
Yada
Kaman
Kaman
Partha Manogatan
Sarvan Partha
Partha
Manogatan
Manogatan
Atmani Evatmana Tutraha
Atmani
Atmani Eva
Evatmana Tushta
Tunatushtasta
Sthitaprajnastadochate.
Sthita
Tita
Pragyasya
Pragyasya
Dochyate.
Tadochate
Now, anyone who wants to repeat this verse.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan
Prajahati Yada Kaman
Prajahati
Prajahati Yada
Yadakama
Kaman
Sarvam Partha Manogatan
सर्वान्
पार्थ मनोगतान्
आत्मनि इवात्मना तुष्टा
आत्मनिर्वाणपराधुष्टः
स्थितप्रज्ञसिदोच्यते
तप्रज्ञस्तोच्यते.
प्रज्ञसिद्धोच्यते
Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O Partha, when a man gives up all varieties of desire for his gratification, which arise from mental concoction, and when his mind, thus purified, finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he is said to be in pure transcendental consciousness. So, where does he want him to be? Alone in what? His mind is concentrated on Paramatma, the God within himself. So, this series of verses Krishna uses to describe the transcendentalist, but it is all talking about the same person. It is not there are different persons that he is talking about. In previous verses, Sthitaprajnas is used previous in upcoming verses, Sthita Dhira Muchyate, Sthita Dhira Muni Uchyate. All these terms will be used. How the Sthita Dhira Muni or Sthita Prajna is actually defined here. So all refers to the same person. So different attributes of this person can be understood by looking at the description. The word Sthitaprajna comes in this section of Gita, but after this, throughout the Gita, Krishna did not use the word Sthitaprajna. So prajnas generally means intelligence, wisdom, the faculty for deep thinking. Sthitaprajna means that whose intelligence is fixed. What is the characteristics of a person who is Sthitaprajna? He is having two characteristics. One is Prajahati Yada Kaman. Prajahati, to give up completely Kaman, all desires, all vasanas, lust, everything he has given up. Second attribute of that person is Sarvan Partha Manogatan. So all these kamas which originates from mind are given up by that person. So where does everything starts from? From the mind. Because our mind goes here and there, everywhere. Look at, if you go into the temple, when the arti is going on, we raise our hands up and our palm is also open. Why are they open? Why are we putting our hands? Because others are doing it? Yeah, maybe. We are doing it because others are also doing it. But why are they doing it? Because we are actually surrendering ourselves to Krishna during that time. When we are surrendering ourselves to Krishna, that means what? It is the shelter that we are taking. Who takes the shelter? Who is in need of something. And we are in the need of what? A person who is hungry, who has not taken any food for days together, what would he need? He needs food, right? And for that, he can do everything that he can. He will ask for the alms to everywhere, wherever he can find. And he will try to eat. Whatever that he takes, whatever he takes that he gets, he will eat and try to eat that. So he's trying to get the shelter of food during that time. Someone who is drowning in the ocean and is gasping for the breath. What does he need?
Air.
He
Just
needs
air.
someone to take him out of the water so
Just
that he
air.
can breathe. He can start breathing then. That is what he is hankering for during that time. So shelter is something that we need at that time when we are in the dire need of it. In Hindi, there is saying, "Dubte ko tinke ka sahara." Right? So we are looking for that shelter during that time. And if we don't get that shelter, what is going to happen? person may think that, oh, I'm going to die if I don't get food at this time. All of us, those who are sitting in the class at the moment, if we don't get the food at the right time, we start getting angry. There is an anger in us. And that anger comes from where? From the mind. So mind is the place where everything is getting manufactured. And from there, everything starts. Our mothers, our wives, everyone, what they do, they make a plan a day before or in the night that what am I going to cook tomorrow for everyone. And that is also liked by Krishna or Jagannath, whoever the deities are at home we are, worshipping. So we also always want to keep ourselves happy, and for that we have to make Krishna happy. So in the temple room, when we are raising our hands, we are asking for the shelter, asking for the shelter of Krishna. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadama. Kevala Bhakti Sadama. So we are asking Guru to please take me to your Charana Padma and guide me so that I can take Krishna's bhakti. Guru Mukha Chandra Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. So we always try to hanker for the bhakti, and that bhakti comes through the shelter. That is the surrender. And that surrender will come with small, small things that we try to do it. Look at the people, those who go for the Mangala Arti. Some of them are dancing because others are dancing. All of them are putting the hands up, but some of them are just putting the hand down because their mind is gone somewhere else. Because the Maya takes away your mind so quickly. So if that moment of time you are not there, the Maya will come and pick you up and will take you somewhere else. So that's why there is a Chitragupta is one of the authors of, or he's a poet. He says that जब तक कीर्तन की धुन में ध्यान होगा तब तक भगवान में ध्यान नहीं हो सकता. We dance on the rhythm, we dance on the tune, but we don't dance on the words.
Even though Madhava Prabhu's, when he came this time, he called out, if you enjoy my kirtan because I have a good tone, then this is not the right thing. When he has impressed that
Absolutely.
you should not have you shouldn't concentrate on he's a good Kirtanist and it's a good kirtan, or there's nothing as a good kirtan or a bad kirtan. Kirtan is a kirtan. Even someone is singing very badly also, then also you should relish that.
So Chitragupta has a very beautiful song that's called, Agar hai chaah darshan ki, to Prabhu ka dhyan karta chal. So Prabhu ka dhyan is more important than the tune of that bhajan. अगर हो आस्था सच्ची तो कभी ना काम रोकेगा, अगर आस्था सच्ची होगी. So in order to have the Astha Sachi, what is important? Our shelter is very important. Our shelter to Guru's Padakamala is more important because Guru is the one from where we get to the mercy first, and from there we go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu. And from there we go to Radharani, and from Radharani we go to Krishna. So that's how our gradual transformation that happens towards Krishna. We can't just go directly to Krishna. It is impossible. We have to go to the gurus. And the first guru is our Shiksha Guru. And then comes Diksha Guru, because Diksha Guru is only one. But you have multiple Shiksha Gurus. if we are not able to follow our Shiksha Guru, we will never be able to follow our Diksha Guru. I repeat, if we are not able to follow our Shiksha Guru,
Shiksha
you
Guru.
will never be able to follow our Diksha Guru. There are so many instructions that Shiksha Guru gives, but how many of us are following? I'm very serious on this. Sometimes I have to make the point very strong. Because if we don't follow, then we are not learning. And while we are not learning, how are we going to distribute that knowledge to others? Is our scripture is a mythology or it is a Sanatan's philosophy?
Philosophy.
Can anyone answer?
Philosophy, not mythology.
Why?
Mythology is Prabhu comes from the word myth, right? And
Very
it's
good
not
answer.
myth.
Yeah. Further?
And
That's fine. I understand.
mythology is based on mental concoctions, but it's our entire scriptures, everything. It's based on, it's a reality. And it's nothing which is coming out of mental concoction. It's all documented, and it's come through us through a disciple succession, which is true. So there is nothing which has been there's a word in English, noise. There's no noise
But
in
then
between.
where this word mythology came into picture?
Mythology words is prepared. It's from the British people. There's
Yeah.
nothing in Indian scriptures we
They
call it the
manufactured.
mythology.
So
Yeah.
Britishers manufactured this word mythology from myth so that they can easily, discard our scriptural knowledge very easily, saying that, oh, it's a myth, because whatever you are learning is a mythology. It is not philosophy. They manufactured this word mythology from myth. And we very easily accepted, saying that, oh, we believe in Hindu mythology. And we think that, oh, what a big thing that I have said. That is Hindi mythology. It is not mythology. It is a philosophy. It is Sanatan philosophy. I would rather say Sanatan philosophy. It is not Hindu philosophy. Hindu word is also manufactured.
And so it's given by the Persians, not by.
Yes. It is also manufactured. Those who are living on this side of the Sindhu river, they are called Hindu. Because the king that time was not able to pronounce the word syllable S, sa. He used to call it ha. Even Assam was called as Aham. Yeah. Sumindra Mataji, any point you want to raise? Add here?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. No, Prabhuji, really, really good. The point which you mentioned about that music and to concentrate on the Hari Nam, that was very, very beautiful point. Sometimes even I'm telling you with my own
I'm
personal
not fishing
example,
for the
Prabhuji.
compliment. I'm asking you whether if you want to make some more point.
No. Actually, all points what you're mentioning is so good and so good. No, nothing, Prabhuji, to mention. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we understand what is the Sthitaprajna and how it is getting further described slowly. Yeah. So we'll go to the next verse now. And that verse is 2.56. Dukkeshva anudvigna mana.
Dukkeshva mana.
Sukheshu vigata spruha.
Sukheshu vikaspraha.
Vitaraga bhaya krodha.
Vitaraga bhaya krodha.
Tita dhir muniruchyate.
Sita dhir muni uchyate.
Sorry, it should be Sthitadhira. My pronunciation was wrong. Again. Dukkheshva anudvigna mana.
Dukkeshva
Anudvigna
anudvigna
mana.
Sukheshu vigata spruha.
Sukheshu
Vigata
vigata
Spruha.
sprushaha
Vitaraga bhaya krodha.
Vitaraga
Vitaraga
Bhaya
bhaya
Krodha.
krodha
Chitadhir muniruchyate.
Sthitadhir
Sthitadhir muniruchyate.
Muniruchyate.
Now, one line at a time. Dukkheshva anudvigna mana. Sukheshu vigata spruha.
Sukhesva
Dukkesha anudvigna
Anudvigna
mana
Mana. Sukhesu
Shukeshu
Vigata
vigata
Spruha.
spraha
Vitaraga bhaya krodha. Chitadhir muniruchyate.
Vitaraga
Vitaraga
Bhaya
bhaya
Krodha.
krodha
Sthitadhir
Sthitadhira
Muniruchyate.
muniruchyate.
Again. Sukheshu dukkheshva anudvigna mana. Sukheshu vigata spruha.
Sukhesva
Dukkesha
Anudvigna
anudvigna
Mana.
mana
Sukhesu
Sukhesu
Vigata
vigata
Spruha.
sprusha
Vitaraga bhaya krodha. Sthitadhir muniruchyate.
Vitaraga
Vitaraga
Bhaya
bhaya
Krodha.
krodha
Sthitadhir
Sthitadhira
Muniruchyate.
muniruchyate.
Dukkheshva anudvigna mana. Sukheshva vigata spruha.
Dukkesva
Dukkesha
Anudvigna Mana.
anudvigna
Sukhesu
Sukhesu vigata
Vigata
sprusha
Spruha.
Vitaraga bhaya
Vitaraga bhaya
krodha.
krodha
Sthitadhir
Sthitadhira
muniruchyate.
muniruchyate.
Vitaraga Bhaya Krodha.
Sthitadir
Sthitadir
Munirujyate.
Muniruchyate.
Last time. Dukkhesva anudvigna mana. Sukheshu vigata spruha. Vitaraga bhaya krodha. Sthitadhir muniruchyate.
Dukkesha
Dukkesva
anudvigna
Anudvigna
mana
Mana.
Mana
Sukhesu
Sukeshu vigata
Vigata
spраha
Spruha.
Vitaraga
Vitaraga
bhaya
Bhaya
Vitaragabhaya
krodha
Krodha.
Krodha
Sthitadhir
Sthitadir
Sthitadhir
munir
Munirujyate.
uchyate.
Muniruchyate.
Now, each one of you is going to say this verse. So, start with Sumandira Mataji. Sumandira Mataji, please unmute yourself. And Nirja Mataji as well.
I think Mataji is driving, Prabhu. She is on the car.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So, maybe we can ask Madhavi Mataji too.
Dukkesva Anudvigna Mana. Sukhesu Vigata Spruha. Vitaraga Bhaya Krodha. Sthitadhir Munira Uchyate.
Very good. Nirja Mataji.
Prabhu, I'm driving. Prabhu, I can't recite now. I'm in a peak traffic.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, Varun Prabhu.
Dukkesha anudvigna mana Sukheshu vigata spraha Vitaraga bhaya krodha Sthirdhira munir uchyate.
Yeah.
Hare
Renuka.
Krishna Prabhuji, sorry, I was on mute at that time.
Yeah. Do you want to chant?
Yeah, I'll try, Prabhuji, sure. Dukkeshu anudigvana manaha sukeshu dvigataha sapraha vitaraga bhaya krodha stita dhirmuni uchite.
Yeah. You need further refining it, Mataji? Yeah. Renuka.
Dukkeshva Anuvigna Sukeshu Vigastapraha Vitaragabhaya Krodha Sthitadir Munirujyate.
Very good. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. One who is not disturbed in mind, even amidst the threefold miseries, or elated when there is happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear, and anger, is called a sage of steady mind. So, who is the Sthitadhir Muni? Who is the Sthitadhir Muni here? Is the one who is
Not disturbed.
Not disturbed with threefold miseries. What are the threefold miseries?
Ati Devik, Ati
Hmm.
Bhautik, and
Adhyatmic, Adhidevik,
Adi
Adibhautik.
Bhautik.
Yeah. These are the three types of miseries. Okay. So probably Ray may not be aware of that. We'll talk about it later on sometime. Ray. So one who is not disturbed in mind, even amidst the threefold miseries, or elated when there is happiness, is not very happy when there is happiness, and one who is free from attachment. And that means he is a detached person. Fear and anger. He is free from fear and anger. Why? Because he is completely dependent on the mercy of the Lord. Because he is completely surrendered. He has taken the complete shelter of the Lord. It's called a sage of steady mind. Sage of steady mind is Shrutidhara Munir Uchchate. Shrutidhara Muni or Sthitadhara Muni rather. Sthitadhara Muni is one who is free from attachment, free from anger, free from fear. Yeah. Let's read the purport quickly. The word Muni means one who can agitate his mind in various ways for mental speculation without coming to a factual conclusion. It is said that every Muni has a different angle of vision, and unless a Muni differs from other Munis, he cannot be called a Muni in the strict sense of the term. Nasa Vrishir Yasya Matam Na Bhinnam Mahabharata says in Vanaparva. But a Sthitadhara Muni is mentioned herein by the Lord is different from an ordinary Muni. The Sthitadhara Muni is always in Krishna consciousness, for he has exhausted all his business of creative speculation. He is called Pasanna Prashanta Nishesha Mano Rathantara, or one who has surpassed the stage of mental speculations and has come to the conclusion that Lord Sri Krishna or Vasudeva is everything. Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. Not only Durlabha, it is Sudurlabha. It is very rare to find. He is called a Muni fixed in mind. Such a fully Krishna conscious person is not at all disturbed by the onslaughts of the threefold miseries. For he accepts all miseries in the mercy as the mercy of the Lord, thinking himself only worthy of more trouble due to his past misdeeds. And he sees that his miseries, by the grace of the Lord, are minimized to the lowest. Similarly, when he is happy, he gives credit to the Lord, thinking himself unworthy of the happiness. He realizes that it is due to only to the Lord's grace that he is in such a comfortable condition and able to render better services to the Lord. And for the service of the Lord, he is always daring and active and is not influenced by attachment or aversion. Attachment means accepting things for one's own sense gratification. And detachment is the absence of such sensual attachment. See, detachment means the absence of attachment. Such a beautiful definition it is. It is the absence of detachment.
It's a big definition. No?
Yeah. So, for the service of the Lord, he is always daring, and we have done that. So, but one fixed in Krishna consciousness has neither attachment nor detachment because his life is dedicated in the service of the Lord. Consequently, he is not at all angry even when his attempts are unsuccessful. Success or no success, a Krishna conscious person is always steady in his determination. Yeah. So he is always determined to do what? determined to serve Krishna. Yeah. So after he answered, Krishna has answered in the earlier verse 55. Now in the 56 says what he's doing in the next two verses, 56 and 57. Krishna is now talking about, he is talking about how that person who is Sthitaprajna, how does he talk? Now he's talking about a person who is Sthitaprajna, and how does he talk? So Dukkheshva Anudvignamana. Dvigna means agitated or dejected. Dukkheshva. So when there is misery, one doesn't get dejected and thinks that it is the anarthas that he is paying it for. His lives, earlier lives maybe, or in this lifetime, we don't remember, everything. Do we remember? Our memory is so short. There's a very small box here in the head. How many things are we going to remember? And always the wrong things that we have done, we will forget that first. That is the first thing we are going to forget. Okay. So in happiness, one doesn't get more desire. Let me have more Vikata Spruha. Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan, one of the acharyas, he and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, they have explained us in a practical way with their own example as renunciates. They go to somebody's house and that person gives a lot of opulent food to eat. So one doesn't become delighted and start showering, oh, you may have a very happy family, your children should do this, children should do that, you will have a long life and this and that. And they go to somebody else's house where they don't get anything or they get very little things. So when this kind of things happen, they go to somebody's place where they are not getting anything. Do they curse him? No. They used to give him the same kind of benedictions when he gave it to the person who gave them a lot of things, and offered them beautiful food, very special food to eat. So miseries and happiness both will come, but people, those who are Sthitadhira Muni, they are neither get too much happy, neither get dejected because of this. Because they have a control on their mind. They have control on their thoughts. They have control on the way they express their feelings. Why? Because they think that everything that is happening because of the mercy of the Lord. Whatever is happening because of the uh, mercy of the Lord. So that's why they are Sthitadhira Muni. Sthitadhira. They are dhira, they are sthita, means they are consistent in every situation. Their behavior does not change. Whether there is a lot of happiness, whether there is a lot of miseries, they always have the consistent behavior. Why do we read all this? Why do we read all these shastras? It's a general question.
To have better guidance.
Okay.
For our own purification as well, Prabhuji.
Yeah. And what does that mean, Sumandira Mataji?
Like all the anarthas in our heart. So with this philosophy, gradually we get rid of those anarthas, and then we purify ourselves, isn't it? You explained better, Prabhuji.
No, I have explained, but I want to know so that it gives me a confidence that you have understood.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I want to replay it through you guys. So there are some people who will speak in a very sweet and polite way. Yeah. But internally, they feel, I wanted to beat you to death, and extremely, they will, and externally, they will say, oh, you are a very nice person. Whatever correction you told, I will implement that in my life, But internally, they are actually, burning with fire, that how I can kill this person, But externally, they are talking very sweet language, as if like, rabdi is coming from their mouth, or juice, or, some kind of uh, basundi is coming from their mouth. Like, it is that sweet, you know, nectarian kind of, language they will speak. So, but Krishna is saying for transcendentalists, minds is voice itself changes. Dukkheshva anudvigna mana. Even if they are in dukkha, they don't show that they are dejected. They are still same. सुख हो या दुख हो, वो एक ही रहते हैं. So there is no change in the way they look at the situation. Do you think that that happens to them? Because ultimately they are human beings. But they are not actually. But they have to make themselves like this. And why do we learn all this? So that we also can become like that one fine day. Not immediately after this class, everyone becomes, Sthitaprajna. No, it's not going to happen. I have not become like that so far. I have my, spate of angers. I have my spate of, multiple behavioral issues, and everyone has. But the life is a journey wherein we are learning all these things. And that's where the Shastra helps us in learning. And our practices in terms of repeating this knowledge, reading this after the class, within the week, etc., will control our mind, and it will train our mind with respect to speaking internally and speaking externally also the same thing. Sometimes what happens is people are there in the class. If they are not there for 100% time of the class, and even if they are there for 100% of time, they get only 20% of the total class. Which 20% they get, I don't know. So because the focus of attention is very small. The focus of attention depends on the interest that speaker generates to the audience, and audience finds it interesting as well at the same time. If the both things are coming together, then only the focus will remain there. If I give a 3 hours class, how many of you are going to sit in the class? It is very hard for me to hold the audience for 1.5 hours. Because our capacity to learn and to listen, to hear this kind of knowledgeable thing is very, very limited, because we have controlled our mind like that. There is a 4-hour movie, yes, we will see that. Salman Khan, Madhuri Dixit and all that, which doesn't give us anything in the life. It is a temporary happiness, but we enjoy that. Why? Because there are beautiful faces, they are moving around the trees and singing some beautiful songs. So look, the interest. So Sthitadir Muni is something that we want to become. But can we become like that if we are not able to even concentrate for 100% in a class of 1.5 hours? So I'm telling you from my experience of last 17 years, I have been teaching Krishna conscious philosophy, that people will only focus 20% of the 100% that I'm giving. Which 20%? I don't know. That is why it is very important that even if we don't become a Sthitaprajna Muni, we at least should be able to concentrate ourselves on the Shastra that we are reading and the Shiksha Guru is trying to teach you, explain you. Explain you. I will not even say that teaching you. I will say trying to explain. I'm trying my best to explain. So our body doesn't, it automatically has an alarm clock that after some time it will say, no, the alarm clock is clicking that no, I can't hear after this time, Now I've started getting bored. So that alarm of getting bored is there, set in everybody's body. In everybody, that alarm clock is set. And that starts tingling, tingling, ding, 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 Once in US, Prabhupada was giving a lecture in New York. It was very, very cold season. Absolutely cold season, winter. And the temperature was, in the New York and all, the temperature goes to -1, -2. When I was in Boston, it used to be like that. Even it used to go -5. But when ice cream vendor came and he started ding, 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 and people started running after him. Some people from the class itself, they ran to buy the ice cream. So Prabhu Sir said, this is Maya. Maya is always doing that ding, 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 and we run away after it. In that cold winter, who is going to eat the ice cream? Some fool will eat. But that's the Maya is. So we have to decide which Maya we want to go to, Mahamaya or Yoga Maya. So Yoga Maya is Krishna's Maya. Mahamaya is also Krishna's Maya, but it's an external energy that takes you away from Krishna. So it is our decision that which Maya that we want to go to Mahamaya or Yoga Maya. So Sukheshu Vigatas Priha. Then Vigatas Vitaraga Bhaya Krodha. This same line will again come in 4.10. When we go to the 4th chapter, 10th verse, it will come. So there we will discuss in much detail. So here Srila Prabhupada says a devotee remains fixed in spiritual path irrespective of what may happen, Raga, Bhaya or Krodha. And the purpose, Srila Prabhupada, as just we read, the word Muni means one who can agitate his mind in various ways for mental speculation without coming to a factual conclusion.
Prabhuji, where will the line come up again in chapter 4? Where?
4th
Where
chapter,
was
10th verse. So
Thank
we
you.
we haven't gone there yet.
Yeah. So
I
we'll
just
go in
mentioned
detail.
because I remembered that this will come again. So I thought,
I'm just
yes.
writing in my notes, so I'll remember. Yeah.
No. So the Sthitaprajna Muni has come. So word Muni I was referring to, that Muni word has come here and it will come again, in the next chapters as well.
The dear Muni.
Yeah. So Vitaraga Bhaya Krodha. Yeah. So that will come and that may happen irrespective what may happen into our mind, So so if we are fixing our mind on Krishna, then it is possibilities are less that we get agitated because of the thoughts that those are coming to our mind. Yeah. So basically, Muni is a speculator. So there are people who infer, okay, this happened, what is the cause of this? For example, there is a fruit on the tree and a bird come. The bird came and sat on the branch and bird flew away. And exactly at the same time, fruit fell down. So now some observers, the speculator, are thinking actually because the bird came and sat on the tree, so the fruit fell. Or because the fruit fell, the bird got frightened and then he flew away.
Mm.
Isn't it? There could be two theories to it. So bird flew away, or the two are unrelated to each other. Bird flew away because bird wanted to fly. And fruit fell down because it was also already so ripe and it was going to fall down. That could be the natural circumstance in which that happened. It might be that bird is so intelligent that he's thinking, see, because I pushed the branch and when I flew, the fruit fell down. It was all because of me, the fruit fell down. He might think that way. Yeah, I'm so powerful, see, because of my only one push, fruit fell down. But that's a speculative theory. So that speculation comes to the mind which is not a Sthitaprajna. The speculative theory will come only to those who are not Sthitaprajna. The actual reality we can observe even when we can try to infer causes, but it is very difficult to find out what the actual cause of it. In fact, the whole concept of causality is a mental construct. For example, when I hold a glass and I drop the glass, it falls and breaks. Then I generally attribute a cause and effect connection. I let the glass loose, and how the glass fell and broke? So what is the cause of breaking the glass? Because glass fell down. The elasticity of the glass as opposed to the elasticity of the ground, which may be a stone, is less. So it breaks. So it breaks. Isn't it? See the cause and effect, how little children they learn. A child comes and there is a teapot on which there is a steel katuri or steel glass is kept. Okay. He comes, stands there near the teapot. We are observing him. He goes and tries to touch the katuri. And because of his push, katuri falls down. Then it makes the sound. Okay, ten, 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 ten. Awaaz hua. So we saw that, oh, katuri fell down. So we keep it back. But child knew that because I did that, it probably must have happened. So he again does that. So again it falls down and again makes the noise. So now he understands, see the cause and effect of that. So cause is because I am pushing it down, it falls down and it makes the noise. Then it becomes a play for him. He starts enjoying that play. Isn't it? So it's a cause and effect phenomena. So all this are a speculative science actually. However, children do learn with this method, the cause and effect. Most of the time, what happens is we take the child in our, so gode mein lete hain, and then we take it around the room. And then in India or here also, nowadays we have ceiling fans. There are buttons to the ceiling fan. We try to show him, by doing this up and down, fan starts and fan goes off. He understands that cause and effect. Now then whenever we take him, He will ask us to take me there, take me there. Then he will try to do that. So that is again another way of he's learning the cause and effect phenomena. Okay, so this is how the mind gets trained. But we are here talking not about the child, we are talking about the cause and effect and the speculative theory and who the Sthitaprajna Muni is. So now we understand that Prabhupada has talked about Dukkheshva Anudvigna Mana. Generally, when we get trouble in life, we assume that we don't deserve it. That is our default assumption. Because of that, the question comes why this is happening. So generally, when we understand things from karmic perspective, we can objectively see that there are many things which are good, also which we don't deserve. Like an exam, students sometimes feel they studied well but didn't got good marks. But sometimes the opposite also happens, where they didn't study well but got good marks. Either the teacher has not done the correction properly, he gave good marks to everyone to reduce his work. So actually, this hand of destiny works in both ways. Sometimes we get lucky breaks and sometimes we get unlucky situations. So this is how we can infer the role of destiny in our life. And devotees understand that ultimately this is because of my past karma. And whenever suffering comes, devotees has attitude which Brahmaji talked about in his prayers. See? So what that prayer is? Tatenu kampasu samiksha mano bhunjara eva atma kripa kram. This is my own karma coming, but you have minimized it, O Lord. This is how when devotees see that my suffering are minimized, they don't get too agitated by sufferings. Dukkeshva anudvignamana. Then after that, next paragraph explains Sukheshva vigata spruha. This means when the devotees get some comfortable situation, the devotee stays fixed, thinking that Krishna has given me this comfortable situation. So let me serve Krishna more and more. Doesn't become attached to the comfortable situation, but continues to serve Krishna. We see this in Srila Prabhupada's life as well, which is an excellent example of Sthitaprajna Muni. He had so many problems. He had a business which he couldn't support financially, and the business repeatedly failed. He started League of Devotees, but there is conspiracy.
बाहर निकलो बेटा।
Can you mute yourself, please? So he had many problems. He had a business which he couldn't support financially. And then he started the League of Devotees. That also failed. He started that in Jhansi actually. Jhansi in Uttar Pradesh. And that failed. Then he started Back to Godhead magazine. He ran out of paper and finances, and then he tried, to work with his godbrothers, but the godbrothers has very limited vision, and they did not want him to expand the vision to other magazines which he is publishing. So he did not get basic facilities several times. And then he started living in Vrindavan and started publishing his books. But people were not taking message of his books seriously. Then he went to America on the order of his guru. On the ship itself, he got 3 heart attacks. 3 heart attacks, one after the other, on the steamship. And Sumati Murarji, who was the owner of the shipping company, Sindhya Shipping Company, she told him that, Swamiji, at this age, you shouldn't be, going far away, and that too in a cargo ship. But she made good arrangements for him, complete one room for him, etc., and cooking arrangement for him, and the whole staff was told that look after him properly. He's an old man. He was the age of 70. He went there.
कहाँ से जाना
And
है? Oh,
Nija Mataji, can you mute yourself, please? Yeah. So where was I? I was on steamship. Yeah. So after that, when he reached there, after having three heart attacks on the ship itself, he went to America with having no connection there, and he started with 40 rupees in his 40 rupees, not dollars, 40 rupees in his pocket. He started the movement there. He started living with hippies, started cooking for them. And the room he was sharing with one of the persons, he attacked him on one day. He took away his typewriter. He took away all the cash that he had. There are so many dangers of life that he has, faced. So many troubles. But ultimately, see, Krishna, it was written in his, his fate that he will be succeeded. Finally, he got the people who understood his message. And the place where they were living, Matchless Gift, it was a shop. There he started the first temple. And there he established the organization called International Society for Krishna Consciousness. That time also, I mean, in that particular time, he had the vision of establishing an organization of international standard, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And he did that. And he opened 108 temples in 10 years across the globe. In Sydney, we are not able to open even one. Just imagine how bhakti can do anything. So our bhakti is less in Sydney. We have to really try very hard to bring in one temple at least. Everybody is trying, but our efforts are less. My Guru Maharaj, when he came for the first fundraising dinner, he said that temple is already there. It will take some time to manifest. And it will manifest only with the help of the devotees. It cannot happen without that. So now we see that, I mean, some results are coming in West Sydney. Also, the temple started, some, not this temple started yet, but some walls have come up and now they are putting the uh, first roof, they are putting it now, but they have lack of funds at the moment. Even North Sydney temple, we have problems there. We are trying to knock it down and build it again, but there is a DA approval issues and all those stuff. So it's going on. I mean, people are trying, devotees are trying their best to do that. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you are a Sthitadhira Muni and you have a strong desire to do something, nothing can stop you. And Prabhupada shown that path to all of us. He proved it with his own example. Not one temple, two temples, three temples, 108 temples across the globe. and maximum devotees, his disciples, were all white people. Okay, I think it's already 2:45, so we will close the class, but after that we will do what we have asked each of you to do, reciting the verses, okay? And that we are going to do after the closing the class. We'll do Vaishnav Pranam and then we'll do it. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। शील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की जय। उपस्थित गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। Hare Krishna,